Welcome back. As we wrap up Black History Month, we continue to celebrate Black-owned businesses here in the Heartland. And with me this morning is Betty Sharp, and she operates Aziyah's Little Angel Daycare in Sikeston. Good morning. How are we doing?
Doing good. Doing good.
Good. So let's talk a little bit about your daycare. What is your daycare all about?
Well, I started the daycare because my grandbaby, Aziyah, was born with special needs. Her mom didn't have the opportunity to be able to leave her job, but I could.
Yeah.
So in doing that, I just decided to open up a daycare to kind of supplement my income, and it got started from there. And our logo is home away from home, you know. We treat our children with a lot of love.
That is sweet. And so at your daycare, I guess it's a good place for kids to come and learn, but also have a good time. Talk a little bit about how your daycare works.
Well, basically in the mornings, we like to have a lot of fun time, getting together time, you know, getting to see each other, you know, because we've been away for a night. Then after that, we go into a little learning. You know, they love to learn, and they learn that started at a real young age. And as the day progresses and go on, we just continue with either learning or some time together. We work with not just play, but learning based. We have, you know, ABCs, colors. You know, I try to get them ready and prepared for when they do get ready to start school, even though we start with them very young.
Well, that is super important because if they are ready for school before, you know, kindergarten, that just makes a whole different, you know, scenario for them. And so for your daycare, how long have you owned Aziyah's Little Angel Daycare? How long have you operated that?
We started in 2009.
Oh, wow.
And we started in my home, you know, but now we've grown into a building. We have a building now.
That's amazing. And to see the growth, did you ever imagine that this is what you would be doing?
No, I did not. No, I did not. In the long run, my family would tell you that I would be the last one they would have thought that would start a daycare. But I fell in love with the children. I started working in school years before, and I just believe that what I was being prepared for.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And so how has it been all of those years being able to build up this daycare and to send those kids off to school eventually?
It's amazing. It really is. You know, you have them from a baby when they first start, and then when they get to the age to where they go off to school, it's kind of touching, you know, but you know this is something that they have to do in the next stage of their life, you know. But I enjoy working with the babies, and I enjoy when they come back to see me, you know, after being away for so long.
Oh yeah, and I know that daycares can be hard to get into.
Oh yeah.
I know that when people first find out they're pregnant, they have to get onto wait lists sometimes. So talk a little bit about how people can find out more information about your daycare and how they can get in touch with you. Do you have a Facebook page, a website? What does that look like?
Yes, I have a Facebook page that I use just totally for Aziyah's Little Angels Daycare.
Yeah.
So they can contact me through there. But you're right, it's a lot of daycares that people that need daycares, and it's we don't have as many. You know, we're considered as a desert area concerning daycares, and it's real hard. Waiting lists, imagine for every daycare, is pretty long. I know mine is.
Yeah, so that just shows if you're about to have a kid, if you're you know, expecting, definitely get on one of those wait lists. Because you don't want to have to, you know, be frantically searching once you have your child. Well, that is awesome. I love that you were able to start this journey. I'm sure you never expected to start this journey. One last question before we go to break that I've been asking everyone is, obviously we're at the end of Black History Month, but Black history deserves to be celebrated every single day. So in your eyes, how can we do that?
Well, basically like what you're doing right now. You're being able to bring out Black business and show that, you know, there are different degrees. I've been watching myself, and I've seen with food and clothing and daycare. So, I mean, it's one way to be able to celebrate Black history by showcasing the different businesses that Black people have.
Yeah, and it's not hard to show support to all those businesses.
No, it's
out
not.
There. Not hard at all. Well, Betty, thank you so much for joining us on The Breakfast Show, too. You guys should definitely go ahead and check them out on Facebook. We'll be back in just a bit.